Rizla for Fluffy. That's one of his heroes. Haven't seen it in a while. Oh, they don't! Cho for Key. That's a way to lock down the Fanny. But is it reliable enough? Right now, the only reliable CC is that Way of the Dragon.
Interesting. And with the Sicilian, there's ways for them to try and poke at fight opportunities with the Sanguine Claws.
Man.
Onyx go for a solid frontliner right here. Hylos. So Evos has a lot more ways to catch built in, right? A lot more annoying to deal with. But Onyx, especially with the Glorious Pathway, if Evos miscalculate how long they can stick around, even with the Sicilian, with the Cho, right? They can get chased down really far. Onyx mobility as a whole team is quite dangerous right now.
So we'll see exactly how this pans out. Ladies and gentlemen, all the fans in the building, the super fans in the building are also going wild in anticipation. And I think we're also sharing that sentiment. This match will make it or break it for a lot of these teams here in MPL ID Season 15. So let's get straight into the Land of Dawn for game number 1 between Evos and Onyx. Will Onyx be able to secure this, deny the win from Dewa and Evos, and drop their dreams for playoff contention?
We shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn for this very high-stakes matchup.
Stakes that go past one team, goes to multiple teams. And already you're seeing the aggressive moves there coming out of Lutfi, going for an early cut. But for Onyx, they have a lot more burst damage initially here in the early game, especially from the mid lane. Sway low on the Sicilian is going to take a while to ramp up. You see Kairi already looking for opportunities here. Probably he's only going to get the Litho though. Looking at the emblems by Endehome, tenacity for both the Gatot and the Sicilian. So Sway low understands the danger he's going to be in. All movement speed for Reggie to try and roam faster, but the weapon mastery for Erlan, that's an interesting one. He wants to scale.
Yeah. Because it's not just, aggression coming through from Kairi on the Fanny, but also the mid trio from Onyx that should be able to roam around the map a lot quicker. The Pharsa with Wings by Wings. Swalo needs a little bit more time to get to the power spike as compared to Sans. So what we're seeing right now is the pressure coming in from Onyx, the way that we anticipated from the drafts even, but with Albert on the Suyo, they should be wanting to contest for the neutral objectives, yes?
Yeah, but against a composition like this, if they don't find any kind of advantage, any kind of lead, any pickoff before the neutral objective, I feel like it's a bit risky for them to just walk into all of this damage potential, all this early game.
So what's the game plan then for Evos?
For me, there's something interesting, by the way. I gotta point this out, because Kairi's pathing earlier, when he took the orange buff, he went for the triangle path. Orange to the camps up top before he went purple. So now, it's a delayed purple take, so he has purple right as the turtle spawns. But it doesn't look like he's going to be utilizing it to start the turtle. It's just, I guess, for XP then, I'm guessing?
More efficient than the overall gold and EXP gain, perhaps. He's going to try and clear it now, and both teams haven't really found anything just yet, so he can't afford to do so. In fact, Evos might be late to the party here. Albert, if he can't really get the turtle started now, has to go for his purple or risk falling further behind in EXP.
Good peek. Three members caught there! Kai gonna be kicked by the Way of the Dragon, but it's gonna be the Revitalize to help him. What a start to the game, another pin down from Key Boy! And they feed the kills to Kairi.
That was crazy. That was a crazy way to start this game. 2 kills, like you mentioned already, onto Kairi will help him snowball and increase the kill pressure that he already has as Kairi on the Fanny. And the fact that Kibo was able to get that, it looked like Evos had the better setup. They were there first, they were looking for a pick, didn't find it, but they set up. Very unfortunate for the White Tigers here in the early game.
They just don't respect the setting potential. Like we were talking about earlier, feather airstrikes, fist cracks, so many ways for Onyx to threaten Evos, and they group together instead of trying to find one of the members of Onyx mid-rotation. Before more on that though, talent prediction by the new application GoPay. Only Mr. Pulung on the side of Evos. He was right earlier in match number 1. Can he replicate the same success in match number 2?
That's a big question, and that's all on Evos now, because the fact that they don't have as much grounds on the neutral objective means that they have to look for something different. Essentially, Suelo and Erlan should be able to get to the power spike. Wait a second though, that's an invade coming from Kairi.
with the cables already. There should be a free orange buff, and it will be 2 levels ahead. Reggie looking for the way to Dragon. We'll be able to find it on Kai. But that's about it.
Not enough damage for EVOS to fight back right there. You can see the moment the Glorious Pathway gets popped, everyone has to walk backwards. Again, because they don't have the same kind of pressure, the same kind of danger to pose towards Onyx. And a big factor here that we've spoken about before, but we haven't covered for this match right here, the fact that Key is on a Gatot, right? The more reactive pick. We talked about this being a problem before, but look at the damage.
Ridiculous feathered airstrike, Sans.
Kyrie?
Out the flicker, Kyrie into the back with Sway low. Cut down slowly but surely. Kai's on a killing spree.
He's at
Sans.
3-0-0 now. Sans still able to get out with the wings by wings as well, so no damage given over from EVOS onto Onyx. They've been able to reap all the rewards.
Oh.
Meanwhile,
Savero! Solo kill up top.
it's a win-win-win for the Sky Kings here in our first game. 5 minutes in, a 3,000 gold lead. We do see now they have control over the neutral objective, and Albert is 2 levels below. No contest.
Not possible, but Reggie looking around trying to find something. Keyboy runs into him. But this is a really delayed take here from Onyx. It's almost like they don't really want the turtle. They want to try and capitalize on EVOS potentially on being unwilling to let it go. What is going on though? Albert, he's not really running towards the turtle urgently. He might really understand the same idea, so he's just farming, pathing towards that turtle. And Onyx, they're just not rushing it, right? They want to wait for a moment to punish.
This is so smart for Bionic. They know that, well, first turtle as well, they delayed the take, right? Because they know EVOS, their composition relies on them winning the early game, getting the neutral objective. So if Onyx delay it and just force them out into skirmishes with the turtle being free like this, it'll, 1, stop them from taking neutral objectives because they can be punished. 2, if they don't go for the neutral objectives, give Onyx the free turtle and the free rotations around the map.
So essentially, it's the Sky King still holding on to the control here. Reggie in the bush.
Oh, way the Dragon with Revitalize. Early game Airline on the Harith. Feather airstrike coming out. Lutfi will be knocked up. But look at Kai! Finds the Cutthroat. Gets the mega kill.
Lutfi for Erlan. Definitely worth it, man. And while that was going on, Savero, not even concerned facing Albert 1v1 as a gold lane. That's a great sign there. Looking at the win audience prediction here, it's pretty even, but in the game, it looks pretty one-sided so far. Onyx having all the control, and EVOS,
Oh, Reggie. Way the Dragon to the flicker, but it's only on the Keyboy. Now Kai in the back line, able to go for the cables again on Albert. That's going to be the AOG, locking him down. But he's a bit too clean to get caught by that. Keyboy for Reggie.
still very much worth it, and Onyx are not really forced to back away in any way, shape, or form. They're still able to push the top side. Kyrie gonna come back trying to find something. Savero,
Very aggressive. Dodges
Solo
away from
play.
the bat impact. 1v1. Oh, Albert had the Queller. Blade Surge away. Kyrie on the orange buff. Swalo, I'm not too sure if you want to walk up like that. The Sanguine Claws will land, but Kai steals yet another orange buff.
He utilizes the Retribution though, so that's information for the White Tigers, considering that the next turtle is spawning in 20 seconds. We're also looking at the items.
Skypiercer on Savero there with the Malefic Roar as well. Man, already a lot of burst potential. And now for EVOS, they're concerned about Kyrie playing cleanup, but also
Hey!
Savero as the professor is in the house.
I know
Hey,
that
he's not
guy.
casting?
No, he's not.
I
It's
ain't.
on Wee Wee today.
What?
Let's see his reaction though, because usually he's just a chill guy. He's not the kind of person who would jump up and down or anything, but oh,
1 out of 1. Dude, what?
He's prepared.
He really was prepared. Sans looking for the stun. We'll be able to get it. Airline up top. Command Force used defensively. Wow.
Perfect turtle in for Onyx earlier on as well, and they're going to be able to pick up a lot more on the board. That structure has nearly been taken down on the bottom side of the map. This is the chemistry that we're looking at from the Sky Kings. The taunt lands. That's for the airstrike.
And that's Sonata constantly. The barrages, cannons, Airline taken low. Savero doesn't have the Sky Piercer. Oh, he does.
He does.
Okay, he just didn't want to go for the shot. Glorious pathway over to Key. That's going to be stunned over. Blade Surge from Albert. Key! AOG. Got it in time.
Super lucky that Kyrie wasn't there, or he would have gone for the kill. Another orange buff steal, this time without retribution. 6,000 gold lead now for the Sky Kings. Is there a moment of return for EVOs? Considering they do have Suelo and Erlan. Wait a second.
Yeah, Evos have pretty okay scaling. Look, Pido, whoa.
But the airstrike, Erlan caught by Keyboy with a fist crack in the back. He's going to be taunted down, but look at Onyx. Now it's going to be Kai in the back line with the cables! Almost taking Suelo down, but Savero will find the finishers. That's a Blade Surge to his own demise! Savero claims the triple on the Granger.
That's a 3-for-1 trade at the end as well. And the fact that those kills were given to Savero, those are Sky Piercer stacks. Did I just say snacks? Essentially, they are snacks. Evils
Savero.
are snacks now to Onyx.
Exactly. Ooh, Erlan.
In the back, Kai went for the cutthroat, but it is a free kill to Savero with the Sky Piercer.
4 kills on that Sky Piercer, dude. So much damage right now from Onyx. And Evos, they have nothing to say here. This is the strategy we've seen before. The approach teams have done to shut down Evos. Shut down the jungler. Even now, if Key makes a massive play, if Albert isn't in play, if Albert isn't on curve, they can't do anything. And if you look at what Onyx has been doing, right? They haven't been diving. They haven't been doing anything too crazy in the side lanes. Every single time they have pressure, they have damage, they translate that into the jungle. If you look at the gold right now, Albert is standing at 5,300 gold. He has less gold than Lutfi.
That's bad. That's bad. And Albert, even with that jump earlier on, it feels like he's tilting.
I think he was desperately trying to make a play happen, get his hands onto Savero, but he only has a War Axe at this point with a Hunter Strike, so it really isn't as much burst damage as you would imagine. Man, Savero is 4,000 gold ahead as well. It's Key.
Another airstrike into the back. Key very low. Savero looking for the shot down. Kyrie's waiting for the moment to come in and just look for that damage.
And this is ideally how you want things to go when your team is on a run, having momentum here. If for Evos, they can possibly use all of the resources to get one person, but that would even guarantee them the win, right? If they get Kyrie, Savero's gonna wipe the floor with them. If they get Savero, Kyrie and Suns are still alive and well.
Glorious pathway. Key trying to stand in front. Lutfi walking up. Feather airstrike over to Erlan. Wait, the dragon already used. That's going to be the go signal for Kai to try to bait out the taunt from Key. That's the only lockdown that can take him down. Keyboy with a pin down now with his Demand Force as well. Erlan is able to get his hands on the Lord, clearing it together with Sway Low. Sans flying by. A base turret in the far lane, and Onyx will be happy with it.
All right, so still on damage control. Still worth it for Onyx. The fact that the inhibitor turret is the turret that's actually on the opposite end of the Lord, but Evos are still going to be able to have the 2 inhibitor turrets left up. Look at that damage.
It's all good. No risk.
Is Sans going for Holy Crystal?
Glorious pathway by Lutfi, trying to be Keyboy. Was looking for the set, but Evos will respect it, and it'll be an orange buff take one more time for Kai.
Dude, Albert is still level 13, man. He is just held down completely by Onyx. Look at his play for the airstrike.
Catch an angle, Erlan popping his Demand Force. Sans has cancelled the feathered airstrike. Again, a defense by Evos.
That's a Holy Crystal built in for Sans.
Yeah, you were mentioning it earlier, Turna. That was indeed a Holy Crystal Sans was looking for. Doesn't need any extra protection. There's no danger coming in from Evos. Doesn't need any kind of penetration because they're snowballing so hard. He wants higher base damage. He wants to nuke Sway Low and Erlan out of relevance in some of these team fights. That's the range advantage that we were talking about earlier. That's why we thought that maybe Evos were gonna ban out this Farsa instead of that Novaria. But now look at the damage. Oh, Sans abusing that wings by wings every single time he's on this Farsa, dude.
That's the Gila Sans that we know and love, right? That's the attitude that we know and love as well. Back on the Lilia, he was so aggressive, even diving under turret, knowing that he has the black shoes, and he's kind of doing the same thing. That same flair is there for Sans on the Farsa. A free Lord for the Sky Kings here in the 13th minute of the game. Lord is marching on the way with an 11,000 gold lead. This could possibly be the end angle for them.
Oh boy, EVOS, they're gonna try and defend against an 11,000 gold lead. The full control over the map. And look at Sans, he's being a ward, getting vision, and potentially being an assassin as well. This is what you can do on a Pharsa that's snowballing out of control. It is. Oh,
The waves will be coming in one by one. Key caught in the bad spot. Sanguine Claws not landing. Savero able to space himself away from it. Mid lane base turret taken down. Keyboy really is looking for the moment, but he knows that Erlan has a Purify as Kairi gets rid of the top side. Base turret as well. 3 base turrets down. EVOS with their last legs. Sanguine Claws only landing. Look, big Keyboy! Again in the back, finding Erlan. A late Purify. Savero claims the kill. Key with a desperate AOG. Keyboy falling. Kairi just go with the cables, and again Savero's cleaning up. Looking for more. Albert stunned up. Blade Surge into the front. Just free space for Onyx to take the game.
Absolutely.